What's up, guys? It's Friday night. We're talking about how do we fix the tech shortage. We've bitched about it a lot. We've pointed out a lot of things that are wrong. What do we do to fix it? Well, there's a couple of things. Everybody in the business has a responsibility to drive positive change, to make improvements. This industry, from the front of house to back of house for a very long time, has been at an impasse. Right? Techs and owners generally don't see eye to eye in a lot of things. That's a problem because nobody's willing to compromise. Nobody's willing to see the other point of view, and we really have to do that. If we know what we need to improve, and we need to know how to improve it, we need to do it for everybody. We need to improve it for both sides of the fence, or nobody's going to care. Sometimes that means we have to compromise. We have to give a little to get a little, right? That's life. Owners, you really need to start treating techs like professionals. If you're not, if you're paying your guys McDonald's wages and expecting world-class service or high-quality service, you're probably a little delusional and you probably need to charge more. That's part of it. We like to race to the bottom. We like to try and undercut everybody else. That doesn't make this a welcoming place to work. It doesn't make it seem like you're earning the respect that you should be earning. It doesn't make it seem like you're earning the clients that you should be earning. It makes it look like you're just trying to be the cheapest guy on the block to get volume. That doesn't work. Techs, if you want to be treated like professionals, you need to act like professionals. You need to look like professionals. You need to treat people like you're a professional. If you have to be thrown in front of a client to explain something that the front counter simply doesn't know how to explain, or maybe they want to talk to the tech, then you get your ass out there in front of them and you talk to them like a professional, like the highly skilled, highly trained, highly intelligent individual that you have to be in this industry. That's it. If you want to get treated like a professional, you need to act like one. Owners need to acknowledge that. Owners need to provide better compensation. They need to provide benefits. They need to provide retirement options. They need to provide a lot more things, but they can't do that if you look like you just crawled in off the street after a 3-day bender. It doesn't work like that. You have to be clean and presentable. Your work area has to be clean and presentable. It doesn't need to be a state-of-the-art, multi-billion-dollar facility, but you can keep a clean work area. You can keep things organized. You can make it look like you actually care about what you do. We all have to drive change. We all have to hold each other accountable to driving change. If you're holding everyone back because you don't see the need to grow, get the hell out. Make room for somebody who wants to grow, who wants to make this a fun, exciting, welcoming place to work that can provide a living, that can provide a retirement, that can provide benefits. We all have to hold each other to high standards. Whether it's within your shop or in another shop, we all have to hold each other to a high standard, to a high degree of professionalism. At the end of the day, our job is to serve the client and to serve them to a high standard by providing them a safe, reliable, accurately repaired vehicle the first time. If you're not doing that, you're not helping. If you're lining your own pockets and damn the consequences, you're driving this industry down. If you're doing that, you probably don't give a shit about the industry at large. You need to get the hell out. Guys, we have to take care of each other. We have to take care of this industry because it's what we got. Most of us are pretty vested in this at this point. Going out to leave, I'm in my late 40s. Looking at starting entry level somewhere else just doesn't appeal to me. I love what I do. Thankfully, I'm at a place where I love where I do it. But we all have to be able to say that, right? Yeah, a job's a job and we don't live there, but it doesn't have to be miserable going to work every day. If we're paid properly, if we're charging properly, if we're able to do our jobs to a high degree of professionalism, we'll get the respect we need. This industry will become appealing again. For a long time it was, and it just lost it because the cost of entry is so phenomenally high. We have to be able to convey what we do so we actually build the value in what we do, and we can justify charging what we need to charge to do this correctly. When a service call for a freaking oven is $300 and half of us are charging less than half that as a door rate, that's a huge problem. The only ones who can affect change in this industry are in this industry. The only ones who can make it welcoming and appealing to the next generation of techs are already in this industry. If you're not doing something to make it better, you're making it worse. You've got to get past the impasse that we are at. We have got to move past the bullshit and the pettiness and work together to make this a better industry to be in. We all have that responsibility. If you're in this industry, you have that responsibility, and you are part of the solution unless you choose not to be. Guys, take it easy. We'll see you next time around.